Kyle Busch dominated the first half of the race, but had to rally back with a pass by Jeff Gordon on the night's final restart to win Saturday night's NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Crown Royal presents the Heath Calhoun 400 at Richmond International Raceway. Sam Hornish Jr.'s crash on the backstretch set up a 5-lap dash to the finish, with leader Gordon lined up with Busch on the outside. When the green flag reappeared, Busch drove by Gordon for the top spot and pulled away as the final laps wound down to score his second straight win in the May Richmond race. Busch started from the pole and led the entire first half of the race. After fading in the middle portion, he roared back, was able to score his 17th career Sprint Cup Series victory, and move into third in the series standings.
The car was phenomenal in the beginning. I couldn't have asked for anything better. We were making some minor changes to it just to make it a little bit better. And, there about lap 170, 200, something like that, we started falling behind on the long runs and getting really, really loose. So we just kept plugging away. Dave never gave up. These guys on pit road kept plugging in some really good pit stops. And, I just kept driving what I had. I couldn't make much out of what was going on out there on the track, especially with traffic and everything. But, we made some changes back to the car to get it going a little bit better. And especially there at the end of the race when Dave made the call to come to pit road and put tires on with about 30 to go, 25 to go, something like that. We just got going on restarts there.
It marked the first Sprint Cup Series victory for crew chief Dave Rodgers, who joined Busch as crew chief for the Joe Gibbs Racing number 18 Toyota at the end of last season.
Yeah, I'm real proud of our night tonight. It had been great to lead. It'd been great to lead all the laps, but winning it the way we did is probably more special, a greater lesson to our race team. But this isn't the first time that we had a character building race this year. We've had a lot of races where we just didn't have the car for Kyle, and he's kept his head in the game, and we've kept working on it, and we've gotten some finishes better than what we deserve. So if you look at it, I think that's what it's going to take to compete with the 48 year in and year out and try to make a run at the championship. So real proud of the way we won it.
Gordon led 144 laps, but was forced to settle for second for the second time this season.
Well, I've been doing this long enough to know that they don't give out trophies for leading any lap other than the last one. So, we're a team that's made huge strides, in my opinion, from last year. Even though we finished third in the points last year, I don't feel like we were near as competitive as we are right now. And that's what I'm excited about. We're leading laps, a bunch of laps, at a lot of different types of tracks. And, I think our team is really on top of our game.
Kevin Harvick followed up his Talladega win with a third-place finish, which moved him back into the series point lead.
It was a solid night for us. We were right in the middle of the top 5 all night, which is where you got to be to have a chance. And we had a chance there at the end. And 18 just, he could run the outside where none of the rest of us could, and he could carry that momentum and had a couple lap fresher tires than we all did, and was able to really make the move on the outside and make it stick. So, but all in all, it was a solid night, and we'll take it.
Jeff Burton, who led 20 laps, jumped 3 spots in the standings to 9th with his 4th-place finish. Carl Edwards started 28th and came home 5th, and he's now 11th in the standings. And Juan Pablo Montoya rounded out the top 6 finishers after he recorded his 3rd top 10 in the last 4 races this season. Martin Truex Jr. started 26th and finished 7th. Ryan Newman scored his 11th top 10 in 17 starts at Richmond with an 8th-place finish. Marcus Ambrose finished 9th, and Jimmy Johnson, who now sits 2nd in the standings, 10 behind Harvick, was 10th. Denny Hamlin and Clint Boyer rounded out the top 12. Dale Earnhardt Jr. took the biggest hit in the points, dropping 5 spots to 13th after he cut a tire during the race and was forced to make a green flag pit stop. Be sure to check back with MotorRacingNetwork.com for the latest from Richmond, and stay with us all week as we count down the next Saturday night Showtime Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway.